deep in the server of HermitCraft 7, in the fires of a mega smelter, the Xisuma Void forged a whole bunch of rings, and into this ring he poured his creativity, his competitiveness, and his will to make all hermits make a video of jumping through his hoops. So that's where we are today here, folks. We are here at this thing. It's got an introduction. It's got a place to deposit diamonds. Now, I don't have to deposit diamonds because this base race thing here, he gave me some practice runs and some real runs for helping him survive a whole thing earlier. We have to put our best time down on a sign. Some of the other hermits have done really well. This competition actually closes in a few hours. False is up there with, 43 seconds? I mean, I'm not super likely to beat that, but we might as well try. So, we've got rockets in one hand. We've got this little living, undying thing in the other. And I think that we're about ready to try our first practice run. I don't even know entirely where all of the rings are in order. Like, I have a pretty good sense of it, but I need to burn at least one of these coupons to actually fly through them. There are 18 rings. The last ring leads back into here. So, away we go. Numero uno coming up. If we touch the ground, we gotta start again. Oh no, where is the next string? It was inside of this thing. We gotta turn those pink arrows, said so. Then we go down here, whoa. Where's the next one? Well, it's up over here and then there. And we're soaring. We're disqualified for touching the ground, I think. Although maybe not. It wasn't really clear. Somehow we survived that. We're post-mortal. That's real sweet. We got this carrot. It's yummy to eat. A little heavy, heavier than mercury. But not so much that lead would be exceedingly. These pink arrows are gonna get me killed now. Is it through this one, perhaps, going first? I don't know, maybe then we go this way. Okay, Xisuma, you're totally the worst. I am so lost. Oh no. I think down here we go. Okay, whoa. It's a road. And then we're going home. Okay, so however long that took, I'm gonna have to check the footage. As long as I didn't miss as long as I didn't miss any of the rings, I think we're okay. So, let's go ahead and check our time. Time check! I checked the footage, folks, and it looks like we were at 87 seconds, and we might have missed a ring or two. So, not great for our first practice run, but you know what? I went and I looked at Xisuma's slideshow thing with the 18 different holes or rings or whatever, and I'm feeling more optimistic about this next run. So here we go. We depart. We fly through ring 1. It's oh so fun. We fly through ring 2. Buckle in our shoes. We fly through ring 3. This base, oh gee. We fly through ring 4 and ring 5. I think there's bees and a hive. There's ring 6, so we can pick up some sticks. Ring 7. Ring 8 is over here. Ring 9, with ring 10 hiding right behind it, if I recall correctly. Yep, there it was. This one's ring obnoxious, because you gotta, do a tight turn here. And then again, this one's 12, if I'm recalling correctly. And then we gotta go down to 13, 14, 15, 16, down to 17 here. Ah, I can't make it. There it is. And then 18. Boom. So let's review the footage and get our time. Time check. We went from 87 seconds to about a minute. That's like a 27-second improvement already. If we can drop 27 seconds off our time with our next practice, we're going to be competitive. A lot of people here have 43 seconds as their time. So, let's see if we can just repeat that level of improvement. Realistically, probably not. But you know what? That's okay, because we've got 2 more practices and 3 more runs to go. There's ring 1. There goes Joe Hill. I touched the ground. Take me through a bunch of rings. I don't think I am doing... Dang it, disqualified. Well, I touched the ground on each of my 2 remaining practice runs, so we're on to the real runs. I'm a little bit nervous because I was hoping to see some improvement in my practices first. But here we go. High stakes, low drag. Let's take some of these base race timed runs and feed them into the barrel. So here we go for actual run number 1. Somebody said if I spam the rockets, it might be easier. I'm not sure about that, but maybe it will be. I mean, it feels easier. It feels like I have more control. Oh, no, I touched the ring. I said ringingly. Time for real run number 2. Here runs Joe Hills through the Corrales B. Dee dee dee. I mean, this just does feel way more natural. Except for that part. That part felt like a concussion. 2 concussions. Dang it, I'm on the ground again. Ugh. Yeah, I think for some of these, I'm just going to have to slow down. A lot of racing is knowing when to brake, honestly. And I'm 1 step closer to the edge. So I'm about to brake! This is it, folks. All right, we only have 1 run left. If we can do it without touching the ground, we can put our time on the board. Our practice time of 60 seconds from before won't count. We can't put that on the board because it was a practice run. This is it, y'all. This is our last chance. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to write Joe Hill's DQ'd for touching the ground, and that'll be really embarrassing. So even if we don't get a perfect time, let's at least try to finish the course this time. Here we go. The rocket spam really helps through there, but like, no. Don't get disqualified. Don't touch the ground. I wish Xisuma hadn't made that no touching the ground rule. That really increases the difficulty of this for someone like me who is not maybe quite so elytra savvy. Like, I want to put a score on there. I'm actually kind of feeling a lot of pressure right now. Because this is our last coupon, and we don't have any diamonds to spend. So, if we don't make it this time, we're not going to make it at all. Down, down, down. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. And over. Woo! We made it. We have a score that we can put on a sign. I'm going to call that a win. Now, what is that score? I'll have to review the footage. Time check. I have completed my time check, and I have confirmed that my final time was about 55 seconds. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our sign up here. Joe Hills, 55 seconds. That's not super precise, but honestly, we're not actually close enough competing with anybody that I need to figure out the decimals. It's fine. We managed to complete it. We got a score. We're on the board. Do you know how many people would love to have their score on this board who didn't even, get a chance to enter? Probably like 8s or 9s of them. So, you know what? I'm going to call that a win. In the meantime, I want to head back to my base and show y'all what I've been working on. Well, folks, we established those ports the other day, and I started thinking what would make sense for their justification for existing. And I realized I love the idea of them being corporate art, like out in front of a big, like, computer programming building. And I was like, well, what kind of place would like ports? It would have to be a place that did retro stuff, something like that. So I started thinking, like, maybe it'd be cool to have a company build an office over here that looks from the side like a bunch of floppy diskettes, like leaning back in a tray. And I've got these at the same scale as the ports down here. These are going to be based on 3.5-inch floppy diskettes. And I'm in the process of getting the building set up with a few of these going back along here. The interior of the building will be set up like a proper office building. It's just that the exterior, like the architect, would be inspired by the dimensions and colors of floppy disks. So I've started laying all this out. I need to obviously get a lot more material in here for like this leg and whatnot. One thing I'm running into is each of these stripes takes like 12 stacks of material. And when it comes to concrete and cyan terracotta, that's not cheap. But we are making progress. So I'm going to go ahead and keep bringing this stack back. Once I have that in place, I think what we're going to do is work on the front face of the building here. I don't know how much time we're going to have to work on the back and the interior today, but let's see what we can get done. Time skip. As I gather materials to work on our floppy disk-inspired architecture, I'm down here in this cave, grabbing whatever gravel I can, and what did I find but a canyon? Okay, you know what? I want to prove yes we can, not yes we canyon. There's some sort of crazy mob farm in here, and I don't know what kind. We're going to record me trying to figure that out. Okay, so there's... What are these? Is this an iron farm? Well, I don't know what I expected. Honestly, I didn't think there'd be anything down here. But there's a ton of slimes, and apparently it's over... Whatever this farm is, it's overflowing, and good, now I'm burning to death. So, okay, so this farm, apparently these platforms all lead back around in there. There's got to be hoppers underneath that are overflowing because of this thing. Whoops. Is this a slime farm? Oh, interesting. But where did it go? There's a whole thing on the other side there. Can we not hit this guy with this teleport? I don't want that guy to be mad at me because I hit him with an ender pearl. Okay. We are somewhere deep under xBCrafted's base that I've never seen before, and there's more chests that need to be emptied. Tell me they're full of gravel. Oh, gravel. I need so much blue concrete at this point. Please, more gravel? Ooh, glass. We need the glass. Okay, we're going to start dumping some of the concrete and the glass we found into here, because this is only good news for me so far. Although it is, like, I am kind of shocked that I'm still finding this stuff at this point. But, like, I mean, I guess we're far enough into the season that everyone's bases have so much stuff everywhere. How do I even get down here safely normally? I was wandering around in a cave when I found this. Okay, also, this slime farm here is clearly overflowing. So we need to make a bunch of slime blocks. Just so this slime farm isn't just generating entities all over the place. Whoops. So, what I want to know now is, how do I get out of here safely? Is this the exit? Is this how xBCrafted got in here? Or is there, like, an elevator or a stairwell? He slabbed this part for some reason. There's another random golem? Huh. Now I'm in a pit. Okay. Well... I'm assuming that I can safely escape via this thing here, although there might be glass on top of it. So let's go ahead and eat that first, and then well, the water is probably so that people can safe fall. Okay, this is the most obnoxious thing on HermitCraft. Okay. I'm somehow in a different room with more stuff, possibly. There's more chests. More stuff that needs to be sorted. Okay, there's villagers and zombies. What? What is this? Okay, at least there's a stairwell here. Does this ladder well take me anywhere? Where am I? More chests. How much stuff does this guy have? I mean, me. How much stuff do I have? I apparently may have inherited the wealthiest base on the server and not even realized it. because the chests are all hidden. Where am I? I'm near the Hollows sign. Yes, thank you for this clearly marked entrance to this place, xBCrafted. You know what? I was gonna, I don't know, go work on my architecture that was inspired by floppy diskettes. I was thinking, like, maybe I'll get some blue concrete powder and some white glass and start working on the label of the diskette that makes up the front of the building here. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna go find a volleyball court to sit in and sob quietly to myself because I will never fully discover all of the inventory that needs to go in this anti-grav building. Sobbing quietly to myself. Skip. I realized I forgot that, shulker box, the pink shulker box that I left down here. So, in the process of retrieving it, I came back through here. Apparently, this is an iron farm. Not only is it an iron farm, it's an iron farm that has full hoppers. No wonder the frame rate's miserable everywhere around here. It's impossible for everyone to not be miserable forever in this place, it seems. Because, yeah, see, look at that. Those items can't go through here. We have too many things. Do we have wood to make a combiner for this? Oh, wait. Hold on. Here's a combiner. Boom. We can combine more of these. Yeah, so we're going to start pulling all the things out of here. I didn't realize that this base needed to be babysat. It's not Mumbo's base. It doesn't eat golden apples or it cries or dies or whatever. But the frame rate will be punished if the iron is not blocked, squared, cubed. I don't know. There's like a lot going on here. There's way more going on here than I realized, and all I wanted to do was build a nice big building, and I'm spending all my time looking for gravel and accidentally discovering gigantic farms that I thought were somewhere else. So, apparently, it was here. It was here this whole time. That guy's burning to death. We're just gonna not do anything about it, I guess. Sorry, that guy. Whatever. Time skip. Having successfully escaped from xBCrafted's underground area here, I'm continuing work on my port-inspired thing. We've got the VGA and PS2 ports down here. I've been thinking about like an architecturally inspired by floppy disks kind of office building. I'm working on the outer structure, just brainstorming ideas. I think the back wall here is not going to be flat. I'm going to have it kind of V inward here, and in such a way that allows us to actually have like a place to dock boats back down here. And, it's just a lot of work placing all these blocks, and so I'd better get back to that. My big win for the day was that I got to participate in the Clash of the Creators battle alongside several other amazing hermits. My team was myself, Vintage Beef, Cub Fan, and False Symmetry. Cub Fan really has a lot of clutch game knowledge that was a huge asset. He was super organized, sent us all a spreadsheet in advance that ended up being super helpful. You know you're good at video games when you win contests based on your spreadsheet skills. That's the level we're playing at, is spreadsheet skills mandatory. The actual contest was to see which team could get as many of the bedrock achievements in Java as possible. The dev team had created a thing that ported the bedrock achievements, or recreated the bedrock achievements in Java Minecraft, because apparently the bedrock achievements are more interesting to watch in a competitive setting. I don't know if that's true or not, because I've never watched the normal achievements in a race, but, maybe that just proves that they were right. So, anyway, that was really fun. A bunch of other hermits participated as well, like Jasassin, Xisuma, Rendog, Doc-M, and then a bunch of other folks that we know, like Zloy XP and Pixel Riffs, and it was super tight race the whole time, but in the end, we barely managed to squeak out a decisive victory in the last few minutes of the competition. I was so thrilled, because I'm always terrified my team is going to lose because of me. Now, granted, if the team loses, it might not actually be because of me, but like I'm still worried. What if it was because of me? But when the team wins, then hey, maybe I helped. So that's cool. And to celebrate, we had to go grocery shopping today anyway. So I picked up some ice cream for my daughter, and I got some sorbet for myself. And it was pretty good. Well, with all that time I spent flying earlier this episode, it turns out I earned a thanks for playing piece of paper, as well as a 9th place trophy in the base race. So one day, maybe there will be a museum somewhere on the server where I can put beautiful treasured items like this. But for right now, I guess, you know what? Maybe we'll just go ahead and we'll hang this up right here where we can admire it. Because it's in our DNA to compete. Also, one of the things I wanted to showcase was I've nearly got the front of this building done. I think that we'll do an episode more focused on this building. I've just been kind of working on this between segments here. But I feel like it really sells the concept of a floppy disk without adhering too tightly to all of the precepts. We're going to punch holes in these walls for windows. We're going to get balconies and stuff going on. It's going to be great. I'm still just figuring out exactly how it's going to be. Anyway, though, you may have noticed that this episode was mid-roll ad-free. That's thanks to $50 a month Patreon sponsor, Alex. So, in lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now read a poem of my own devising, the same one I read 1 year ago for the first episode of HermitCraft Season 7. I call this Like Your Enemy. I made war on the sea and became the waves. I made war on the peaks and became the stone. I made war on the heavens and became the sky. I made war on my neighbor and died, flesh and bone. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.